Hi, everyone. Welcome to this version of Exo Consortium. This is where we poll different organizations from around the world that are working on EXO discussions. So ET disclosure is front and foremost right now in the world. You guys are watching everything blow up. I'm excited. We have Ron James with us tonight, who's going to talk about accidental truth, which is Ron. It's like right there in the top four in Amazon, and we actually invite you guys to leave a star-studded review, because this kind of exposure for an ET movie documentary about crash retrievals and things is just unprecedented. Congratulations.
Yeah, I'm not sure about the Amazon ranking. I know that on Apple it's been in the top 10 for the first 8 weeks, and now it's still in the top 20. I'm not sure what it is on Amazon, but I know that it's been getting a lot of attention. And it's really funny because the people that are making headlines right now are all together in this movie. And the story that we tell in Accidental Truth is the story that David Grush has just come out and confirmed. And so I really feel like this film kind of pushed everybody against the wall and left them nowhere else to run. And that was my intention when I made it.
Yeah, totally. Why don't you describe it a little bit? What can people expect to learn?
Well, it's a UFO documentary that is not sensationalistic. It's all based on facts, government documents. It's an all-star cast. Everybody from Lou Elizondo, Michio Kaku, Congressman Tim Burchett, Dr. Gary Nolan, Christopher Mellon, in a unique interview, basically admitting that there's crash debris retrieval teams. Colonel John Alexander reveals some information that he's never revealed before. And it's pretty off the charts. Now, I will say that at the beginning of the film, there's a bit of a history lesson, and I've had some people say, "Oh, well, we knew all this stuff before." But if you, I wanted to make it a self-contained product that anybody wanting to know about the topic is going to be able to watch, and also make sure that it has lots of great information for people that are, UFO experts. So, it fills a lot of gaps. And the film's narrated by Matthew Modine from Stranger Things and the star of the new Oppenheimer movie, and he just knocks it out of the park. So I've won 13 different awards so far for the movie. Got a bunch of trophies.
That's incredible. That's incredible.
Wow. We just won the New Media Film Festival. We won for Best Trailer. So that brought it up to 13 different awards that the film's won. So the critics have spoken.
That's amazing. That's amazing. As you said, this is just a perfect time to release this, and it's just a matter of time right now. It's like the questions are piling on top of questions.
I'm absolutely blown away. I mean, it's like when Ralph Blumenthal, who was in the movie also, when he broke this story about David Grush, coming out and saying the government's been running these programs, that's what this movie is about. We lay out a really great case for this. So it's like, my film, it's still a new film. It just came out on April 18th. It's unbelievable to me that all of a sudden everything in this film is manifesting itself in the headlines. It's like it's amazing. I'm completely blown away.
Can you talk a little bit about the things that we found and uncovered and researched? And what's the deal with that big circular craft?
Which one?
The one that's like a bubble.
Oh, that is from I can't remember the exact crash, but that is a recreation of an actual craft that was supposedly put in a warehouse. Michael Schratt did the research on that, and it was actually an accurate recreation from the drawings that came from the witnesses. That they had this craft and they put it in a warehouse, and it was up on scaffolding, and they were doing all kinds of experiments with it, and it was guarded by the military. So that's a recreation of an actual supposedly real thing. We were able to introduce in the movie that the government responded to a Freedom of Information Act request demanding information about debris, residue, anything from UFOs that was recovered by the Department of Defense. And the Defense Intelligence Agency, after 2 years of being threatened with lawsuits, came back and said, yeah, we have materials that fit that description. And they released with it 150 pages of reports about metamaterials that the thing that the reports had the most in common is we're not sure what this stuff is good for. They're able to tell what something's made of. That's easy enough. You know, we know the periodic table, but the isotopic ratios of some of these materials showed that they couldn't have been made on Earth, or maybe not even in a gravity environment. And the one thing that all of these 5 different materials that were described in the Freedom of Information Act response, the thing they had in common was that the general consensus was, we didn't make them, we're not sure what they do, but this is what we think. And so that was a huge breakthrough. It was largely overlooked by the community because many of the people that are out front and center right now are towing this new line, which I call the new narrative, that basically says, well, what the Air Force just said, we haven't studied anything since Project Blue Book. That's a complete lie. The Air Force itself might not have officially been studying this stuff, but the research into UFOs, back engineering and materials studies, that never stopped. It's been handled by top secret, very, very deep covert government and industry affiliations, and it never stopped. And so for Grush to come out with what he came out with, that's the case we're making in the movie, and we're proving to the audience that it's a solid case. Debrief magazine called Accidental Truth the best case yet for crash debris and even the existence of alien biology.
That's so cool. Well, Ron, I'm really excited you just moved to Sedona, the galactic capital here.
Well, I've been here for like 3 years. I made the movie here.
Okay, cool.
When the pandemic hit, you know, I have my poor 90, well, she's 95 now. My 95-year-old mother was living in the guest house in my house in LA, and I didn't want her to get COVID. I didn't want to have to live with that. So I just bailed on LA. People were like, why did you leave Los Angeles? That's where your studio is. And I have this little joke, because like, if civilization's going to come apart at the seams, I want to watch it on TV, not out my window.
I know. I was in LA. There was helicopters every night. All the things were boarded up. The entire Santa Monica boarded up. Nothing left in Trader Joe's but like 4 or 5, like, well, 20 products. You know, it was literally like mob mentality. But yeah, we encourage you guys to check out Accidental Truth. I bought it, so I can show you a little bit here. I just had, oh wait, why is this doing that? Okay, here we go. You guys see that? This is I just pulled it up to
the time between the closing of
to that
Project
piece,
and the beginning of the official
but it's not showing.
announced UFO.
Well, anyway, I don't know why.
About today.
But I had it queued up to that really cool UFO. But anyway, you guys, check it out. This is like really jam-packed.
Those are all original animations that I did. I had a couple guys in Ukraine, believe it or not, helping me with the animation, and I learned how to work in Unreal Engine. So this movie was basically written by me, edited by me. I did the music, the soundtrack. I did the I did the animations, I did the graphics, I did all the green screen work, I conducted the interviews and shot them all. So it's like it's literally a very close to a one-man production.
That's so cool. Well, congratulations. Movies and music have the biggest impact on our culture. So this is like knocking it out of the ballpark. So thanks so much. Great. So I'm going to bring on Sylvain next, but I want to talk to you guys about a few things that are happening at LightNet. Before I do that, welcome Deborah, welcome Nadi. Looking forward to hearing from you guys too. So I wanted to show you, you know, we are doing, you know, Ron was at our salon on Saturday night, and we had this incredible panel of people, Dr. Hart, Dr. Clint Rogers, Dr. Todd, who's doing these incredible stem cell technologies using reverse time. And he's able to cure blindness, Parkinson's, and paralysis. Okay, like he can reverse age with one treatment, 3 years. I mean, these are things that even I was like shocked about. And one of the things that all these healers said that I think was so interesting is they said that, you know, we can heal people asking them single sentence questions. Something about pulling a thought out of someone's brain or reconfiguring the entire way they see something is absolutely life-changing. We're talking, they have a calamity or like a disease one day, and then all of a sudden they don't. And Clint always asks people, what do you want? And we sometimes believe that it might be that when you don't live what you're supposed to be here, you basically start dying. You know what I mean? Like your body. Anyway, so I just wanted to highlight where you can listen to this. So if you go to our YouTube channel and you hit live, it's this right here, the Sedona Metaphysical Salon, and it's absolutely mind-blowing. The Hertogs were there, Ashley Lee, who's our telepathy guide, and it's really amazing. And I also wanted to let you know that we have a woman, as many of you know, Susan, that collaborates with at LightNet, and she's teaching people how to do this technique. $11 this weekend, this Saturday. If you're a LightNet member, you can actually bring 2 for 1. And it's absolutely amazing what she can do for people. And she actually works with us every Sunday, final Sunday of the month. If you go to in our Instagram, you can get a chance at a free ticket by going to this free healing thing right here, following and liking, and Coffee will set you up with the giveaway. So you can try it that way as well. So the other thing I wanted to announce, you guys, if you are listening, so this is our connection call that we have the 3rd Saturday of every month. So if you're wanting to talk to people about disclosure, about UFOs, crash retrievals, your experience, astral travel, crop circles, whatever it is, right? You can come on Saturday mornings at 8 a.m. for free, and we put people in these breakout groups of 3, and it's a really cool chance for you guys to meet other people. If you go to lightnet.org/connection, that's where you just get the Zoom, and then you pop in there, and it's going to be great. And then after that, we're going to do the dump program. So Sylvain, I'm going to bring you up, and we're going to make a couple more announcements later, but you'll be next, and then Deborah will be next, and then Nadi. So hey, Sylvain, how's it going?
I'm doing great. We've been,
Cool.
as always, been doing some amazing things with the team. Now nearly 40 volunteers from all over the world.
Amazing.
On the Embassy Project, the Alliance for Extraterrestrial Diplomatic Contact. Yeah, we're expanding. We have been expanding. Now we are truthfully expanding into Asia, into multiple languages. We've gotten some really interesting volunteers all the way to Japan. So now we can approach organizations in Africa in French and English. We can approach organizations in Asia in Hindi, Pakistani, Arabic, Korean, Chinese, and Japanese. And the idea being that we already have 25 organizations and 2 million supporters from most of them are in North America, French, Spanish, English. But we're not even broken the cap off Europe, Africa, and Asia. So people over there don't know that we exist yet, just because they don't speak the same language, right? We've been promoting mostly in English since we decided to start the Alliance in 2020. And for those of you who don't know, I'm going to repeat myself a bit. The Alliance is about creating an official embassy for an extraterrestrial civilization, which means a nation needs to give extraterritorial land. So it has to be a decision from an actual nation, member of the United Nations, that adheres to the Vienna Convention, which is the document that manages all the rules about diplomatic missions, diplomacy, and diplomats. There's a handful of nations that have been talking with us for the last, since 2019, in fact. They are all interested in providing that extraterritoriality. We have raised over $50 million in funds towards the construction of the building. And because of our expansion in other languages, then we'll add to the number of supporters and interacting with people and organizations that you've probably never heard of because they only speak Mandarin, for example. So we're one humanity, one planet. We just happen to speak different languages. So we're all the people that want an official contact, open contact with ETs from a diplomatic sense, then they can support us. They can join us if they want volunteers. if you want to volunteer. And soon our website is going to expand to multiple languages, and we'll also start offering memberships to the Alliance so that you can have a more direct participation in what we're doing without necessarily volunteering time. You can, volunteer by giving some money to the not-for-profit, or also participate in promotion of what we're doing too. Because it's all about politics for us, right? Which means numbers. We're talking to politicians. All they care about is how many people want this, how many. So we're proving the point in number of people that are engaged. So one thing I want to announce outside of the general expansion of the Alliance is that we have an annual conference, and now we've started organizing the 2023 conference, which will be November 29th this year. It's still, like last year, it's going to be a 7 to 11 p.m. Eastern event. The website's not up, so I'll announce it when the event is actually up on the website. But Ron actually helped me remind me about what I wanted to say about the conference, because his amazing video is really top of mind. Like, I've been following a lot of the recent disclosure events and information, and some of the people he interviewed in the film have been interesting to us, and we've been trying to contact them as well. The conference is about like revealing where are we at with the ET Embassy project proper, but also we have two other aspects that we cover in the conference. One is disclosure. And we have, for now, we have secret guests about disclosure, because there's amazing things that are happening at the diplomatic level, and it's very sensitive. So those guests that will speak at the conference will be revealed only in September. Can't say who they are, what they're going to talk about, because we've been sworn to secrecy. But there are other things that are happening at that level, at the diplomatic country level, that will come into light later this year, and we'll have the initiators of that speaking at the conference. That'll be great. And then the other aspect of the conference, as always, is how do we prepare as humanity? So we're going to be talking about love and unicity, and who we are and who we should be if we want to make contact with a more advanced, more conscious civilization, because they are watching and waiting for us to, get together and get with it. So we're going to be talking about that as well. So if you fall into those buckets thank you, that is the Alliance and you have something to say, or you want to participate in various ways for the conference or with the Alliance itself, you can contact me. You can go to the website. I'll post it. I'll post the link in the chat proper. Yeah, we have 250 scientists and engineers signed up and support as well. That's the list that you're seeing here. We can add you to the conference as a speaker or whatever, right? It's a humanity project, so we're open arms, accepting everybody that is excited about humanity becoming part of a much bigger community with civilizations all around, all over the place in the galaxy. So that is all for me for now. I will report back next month with more.
Awesome. That's so much great progress. The conference is going to be amazing. Are you familiar with the Interstellar University, by the way? I was on a conference call today, and they were like, ooh, do you know about this? And they were talking about Edgar Allan Mitchell and things like that. But yeah, Interstellar University, it seemed really interesting. They have like a collaboration going in their Central Community Foundation. Ray Hernandez is involved in this. But yeah, it's really great. It seems like they want to do some really cool collaborations between ETs and us. And speaking of that, we're going to be doing a CE5 on Friday night. And I was just sending some images that we put together to broadcast over the radios. This is how this works. It's so cool. Let me make sure that I shared this sound when I shared the screen here. Deborah, you're going to be next. By the way, whoops, I just want to do that one last time. Share the screen, share the sound. Okay, here we go. Check this out, you guys. So when we go on these radios, we can send pictures to them. And Jimmy Blanchette kind of figured out how to do this. And so we're going to be tomorrow night from 7 to 10. I put a torus field because it's something we're really interested in right now. And Rob put one of his designs, but it sounds so cool. Watch this. That's really cool. See how cool that is? And then we can also give them our location here. And then we've also asked them, and I won't play these out, but it's kind of, we asked to join with together with you to create a love song to the world, an invitation to the galactic renaissance. Let's collaborate in this time of great curiosity, celebration, and cultural exchange. We ask to be taken to ships to experience missing time and to have a physical memory of it. So those of you that are in Sedona, we're meeting at Airy Trail at 7 o'clock. This is a project that Cesar had started, and we've had over 50 people there the last 2 times, and it's been really, really fun and extraordinary. So, we all, oh, we can't hear the sound. Oh, well, I guess it didn't go through. Well, that's a bummer because it sounds so cool. Anyway, Erico, good to have you. Okay, I'm going to bring Deborah. Are you ready to turn off your camera? Turn on your camera and present. If you're not, I'm going to go to Natty. All right, I'm going to go to you, Natty. I just put a super video up, you guys, of Natty. It's on our featured video of you and Alan talking about crop circles that are happening now. And I know you're heading off to England soon to do more of that. And by the way, Natty, I was just checking, you barely have any slots left in your team. You only have 2 slots left in your crop circle team that's starting soon. So yeah, so congratulations on that.
Thanks. The word is out. Good to see everybody. Sylvain, it feels like for a long time, and I can't believe we're already talking about the next conference. I was like, how has it happened again? So I'm just so excited to start this course up. And back in the spring, when we said we wanted to do another one, it didn't even register that we were going to be doing it during crop circle season. So it's thrilling. And I just sent out an email to everyone who has signed up. And I thought, I think I said something cheeky like, hey, you know, it's during season. Who knows what kind of shenanigans we'll be up to with the circles, you know? And then I think I said something like, maybe we'll even try to make one happen. We're going to do it. So I'm like, that's like next level contact, because you're assuming it will happen. And even if you're not, even if it doesn't happen, that faith and that communication to the universe, to the civilizations that are involved, regardless of whether one shows up, that signal is profound. So I'm really excited. I think we're going to do a whole thing. I've been dreaming up about it like ever since I realized this afternoon, where we're all going to like come up with our own design, and then we'll submit them and we'll vote. And then we'll like every night we'll have every class night we'll have a meditation. And I am just so excited, you know, that plus really looking at the metaphysical aspects of the crop circles, you know, some of the consciousness interface pieces about, you know, who's making them. Is it advanced civilizations? Is it cooperation with the planet? How is human consciousness involved? The fields, you know, it is so endlessly fascinating. And we've got 8 weeks. So we go into so much depth, you know, looking at the whole who makes them conversation. But that's really like the first half hour. We've got, and, you know, 7.5 weeks left to talk about, you know, what are they here for? What's the technology? How do we learn about it? How do we know? How do we measure it? You know, who's had what kind of experience? And it was so fun to talk to Alan, because he was there a couple years And so he's got that firsthand excitement, and I'm looking forward to having that as well. And yeah, just next level with it being during crop circle season. And I know I mentioned it before, but last season in spring, we had so much fun and we didn't want to stop. So we just went for another 4 weeks, you know. Wow, that's trippy. What's happening?
Well, I was just going to show them some of the pictures that you shared in this broadcast with Alan that we just posted on our YouTube. It's also on Alan's and Nadi's. But yeah, I mean, you guys go deep in this class. You know, it's not just like, oh, what makes a crop circle man-made versus ET, but it's actually using them to tap into them, and then using the 8 people in your team. Looks like you're going to have 12 because you have 10 already, but like, you know what I mean? Like really tapping in to that consciousness. And, you know, this guy's like on the phone with me all day today. He's just like, Zenka, it's all about the geometry. And he's like, I can cause things to happen in you by sending you a piece of paper with very specific geometries on it. And he's like, I don't think you understand how important that is. So this is really cool that not only are you drawing sacred geometry in your team and you're doing that, you guys are actually going to be meditating together. And we really know that that's really where it is when we come together and experience our consciousness together. So yeah, lightnet.org, if you hit slash crops or slash Nadi, or just hit on the crop circles, I mean, we've been flooded with all of the people who love, you know, working with you, Nadi. There's all these testimonials up there, more videos with you. And also just, this is, you know, all the stuff that you guys are learning about biophysical anomalies, drawing, activations, healing, sonic frequencies, channeled information, blueprints, Arcturian mother. You guys are going to the Arcturian mothership again. No wonder people wanted to your class to go on for 4 extra weeks.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much. I mean, we, you know, DNA activation, star glyphs, in the fields, right? We're going to be doing binaural hemisync meditations where you work with the crop circles.
Cool.
Like, I'm such a geek about this stuff, and it is so powerful to get together with others, you know, that we validate our reality in all of these labs. It's like, oh my God, we're really extraordinary. We're really tuned in, and we're just, you know, we're going to party together. So
I know. So you guys, it's $369 to get in. It gets you a year-long membership, all the other archives to all the other teams in season 4. I'm doing a radio team that we're going to be making music with ETs and talking about a combined consciousness. Adam, tell people about what you're going to work on.
Right. We're going to be working on exploring wild, waking-induced lucid dreaming. And it really brings in this feel of a mystery school in the sense that no one else is doing this. So the things that we're going to be exploring are dreaming together, projected dreaming. It's similar to remote viewing, although we're going to keep it more localized. And one of our goals is to do that as a group. We're going to play with time dilations, and we're going to work on exploring ways that we can remember everything that we experience. Because as we all know, you can go to bed tonight and have fantastic dreams, and you wake up and say, that was just, my mind's blown. What a great day I'm going to have. And by lunchtime, you're going, what was that? I know, I should have wrote it down. I should have journaled it. We're going to work on exploring memorizing memory techniques so that we can grab onto those things.
I'm going to take his class.
When we explore a week in one night, then we wake up with the memory of it. And that's the thing we want to do together, is explore those things. And as these different techniques come up, who knows what's going to happen? People are going to discover new things as we work together. And so there's going to be that mystery of discovery is definitely going to be a part of this. And I like to emphasize that anybody can do this. That's kind of the point of it, and how I feel it's really aligned with LightNet's purpose. And anybody can do this. And so afterwards, people are going to be hopefully going out and teaching those they love, their friends, their families. And the true nature of fringe exploration. So we're going to be, again, I'm saying like no one else is doing this. So we're going to be experiencing something new. We're going to be making discoveries that are new.
Yeah.
And then we can truly contribute to this human renaissance that's emerging. And we'll have something to share with the ETs when they get here, because, you know, we got to have something to bring.
Yeah, let's co-dream with them. You know,
Yeah,
we're talking
absolutely.
about the other day, assembling a team of 8 of us here, and then 8 of us, you know, from the other side, other dimensions. And it's so funny because they're not going to be in another dimension that much longer. I mean, however this is working, whether it's like mass requests causing them to be in the physical more regularly, or whether it's that our vibration is going up and we're able to experience it. It is hilarious, you guys. I mean, this disclosure thing is going to blow up, and all these people are gonna be like, okay, I'm ready. And we're gonna be like, okay, this is great. And so yeah, LightNet's really finally gonna be a really great spot. You know, we've documented 11,000 contacts over these years, and that's a lot of people having contact. And, you know, John said to me the other day, he's like, well, so what's going to happen after disclosure? They're going to not want it. People are going to want to know, why are they here? So you can find out why they're here by talking to them, you know, literally, whether it's in your dreams, in telepathy, having astral travel. It's really cool. I mean, we never knew all this stuff is happening. So I'm going to bring on, so Deborah, if you're around and want to talk, let me know. Julia, let me know. Erico, I'm going to bring you on now if you're ready to talk about your team, the Jedi team. You know, we talk about, oh, good. Yeah. You know, Erico's one of my absolute favorite professors, not only because she's been with this mystery school we've been creating for 4 seasons, but because she also, she has so much knowledge that we don't even know about. And the force really is there at all times. We just never figured out how to use it. And when you harness the power that is beyond your body, that's when you can start having experiences that you never dreamed of. And, you know, Eriko, you know, her team's like, your Japanese team sold out like almost before the other one was finished. You teach people how to spoon bend. You're an incredibly, you know, you're a well-known journalist who is bringing a lot of this information to Japan and Asia, and also doing it the opposite way. Like, you're bringing us all this information. So let us know, you know, what's been going on with you and what's been exciting you and how you've been doing and about your team this as well.
Yeah, for the team in English, I'm working on the to build a host a bioenergy information system so that we can use for healing, spoon bending, other psychokinesis, and raise our vibrational level, intuition, all kind of stuff. And also this time that, it's actually experience course. So we're gonna practice every time that I ask them to practice as often as possible. And also use a Tibetan yoga practice. It's Taoist Qigong and the Tibetan medicine practice very similar but different method, using energy, both using energy to try to reach, open up a pineal gland and reach to the universe, and be able to access the specific energy from the star or deity or, you know, different entities. So, and also this time I'm working introducing Japanese ancient practice, which has been not known here. It's we have like a star language and a sacred geometry, and actually doctors, MD, some MD study using those sacred geometry and light language and like a chanting to heal
My husband goes hunting with his best friend, but he doesn't
patients
work, nothing.
and have a great result. So I'm introducing those in the cluster. And it's all kind of meditation that is scientifically proved to be effective. Fast way to do in the states to be able to connect with universal energy and consciousness.
Yeah, that's amazing. Sorry, Enrico. I was just pulling up the TikTok because I wanted to have coffee, share that next. But before I do that, you guys, if you go to lightnet.org, Eriko, ERIKO, or you just look for the Jedi, you'll find her whole curriculum here. Subtle energy, chi activation, energy clearing, chakra third eye opening, a lot of these things that she was just talking about, releasing trauma, sacred language and geometry. And she also has a video here. If you guys want to do a practice with her for free, to check this out. It's really amazing. And also, if you guys are on a budget, we do have some scholarships, and we actually do have an entire free course this time. That is the channeling course. So if you click on the channeling one, this is for free. You can understand what LightNet's about. Adrian is making his last class available to you guys. So you can actually get a lot of his transmissions. So I encourage you to check that out. Yeah, and Eriko's going to be helping us organize the Contact 250, which is in September. And then we're going to be going to Japan next spring. And there is such a demand for this there. I mean, who knows what's going to even happen by then with disclosure. We're like kind of sneaking around right now with reserving all the like places to do this, because they're like, we should just call it a meditation retreat, because sometimes it's like, but anyway, thanks so much for coming on tonight. I can't wait to meet the next batch of your teachers. You know, I mean, your students who can then become teachers. By the way, if you guys take these teams, you can go ahead and lead teams. And Adham, who's our community manager, took your team last time, absolutely loved it. So he's a big fan of you. So yeah, thanks again for enlightening us all. Very cool. So yeah, I wanted to bring Coffee in. So Coffee, what did you do in 1 week with the TikTok, man? It's been insane, right?
Man, I was just kind of putting together all of my collective knowledge I've learned from how to kind of do social media and TikTok specifically, and I rode the disclosure wave. But yeah,
125K.
I know, I was not expecting that. I just kind of got in front of the camera and was talking over, like, really excited to share like the disclosure just coming out. So I did all the parts, you know, that whole first interview, that first day after we got back from Contact in the desert. And then I did one other video that kind of blew up too. And yeah, it's right here, the Twitter posts, you know.
Yeah.
So people want to see it. It's here, and people are curious, and we're here to help the curiosity along, you know. So it's just exciting.
Yeah, totally. Well, you're a total wizard. This is also the thing you launched today, right? So
right.
Explain to them how that works.
Right. So you guys are getting a free healing if you can comment, follow, and share this post. And it's just like basically you're getting a ticket to come to the class, but it's virtual. So you do that. I'll message you on Instagram with the link, and we'll send you an email. That's it.
Very cool chance for you guys to up level your life and everyone around you.
Yeah. I just recently got healed too by this healer. She's really amazing. I've been like rolling my ankle since I've been like a teenager, and whatever she did, like she made that ankle, my weak ankle, not weak anymore. And I've had like moments where I thought it was going to roll, but it just didn't. And it's been amazing ever since. So highly recommend it for sure.
Very cool.
Yes.
Very cool. Yeah. So that's our LightNet on Instagram. And yeah, so before we close, who else do we have here that wants to share? I think that's actually it for the sharing. But thank you so much. You know, I just talked to Conscious Life Expo yesterday about the booth for next year. So that's going to happen. And, you know, everybody is talking about the Vegas conference coming up in November. So if you guys, Adrian Valero of Disclosure Fest, I mean, this is going to be huge. They're going to have a pyramid at the Luxor. Well, it's going to be at the Luxor, and then they're going to take entire busloads. So April is going to have one, Elizabeth April, Linda Moulton Howe, entire buses where they're going to go down to Area 51 in buses.
What? Are you kidding me?
I can't take time.
Oh my God.
And I was like,
oh my God. Oh, I hope that synchronizes. That's so fun.
I know. So maybe we got to get there.
Yeah.
But yeah. And stay tuned, you guys, for all the stuff, because Coffee's working on the levitation lab. She's
Yes.
interviewing people. So the other night you had three.
Yeah,
new
three.
people.
Yeah, 3 people showed up at the event that we were doing, the salon. Yeah. And they just like, I was talking to them and I'm like, oh yeah, I've levitated. I'm like, where do you find just people one after the other who have levitated, but in Sedona, but at these parties at this house? Like, that's so wild.
Yeah.
Ah.
So it's cool. So you guys, if you're in Sedona, we're going to have a launch party for season 4 on Sunday night. It's going to be amazing. All of our guides from here in Sedona will be there. And then on Thursday, next Thursday, we're actually going to be launching season 4. Some of the classes start a week later, and some of them start, like Alan's is full. His thing is totally sold out starting this Saturday. Natty's is starting on Wednesday. But yeah, we encourage you to join us. If you have questions, team@lightnet.org. If you need a scholarship or partial scholarship, let me know. And congratulations on all the contact that you guys are making. So yep.
Yeah.
All right, you guys have an amazing night tonight. And go ahead and check out Accidental Truth. You won't be disappointed. It's very cool. Thanks to Ron for coming on tonight.
Yeah,
All right,
thank
you
you.
guys.
Thanks,